one of the best, youngest, talented midfielders in the world at only the age of 18. Jude Bellingham, the young rising English star, is hitting unbelievable form and keeps getting better and better. After an unbelievable performance with Bayern Munich, he keeps on showing what he's got at the top level, proving against some of the biggest clubs in the world, or the biggest club in the world, however you look at it, against Bayern Munich. But he doesn't stop producing. After that big move to Borussia Dortmund, Jude Bellingham has not disappointed, and he has proven why he is one of the best talents in the world. And he is sitting under all U19 players in transfer market. He is valued at 70 million. That puts him at number 2 behind Pedri in valuation in the market value in all U19 players across the world. That just shows you how good Jude Bellingham really is at the age of 18. The young English midfielder is rumored with a move to Liverpool, Man United, everywhere in England, to all the top clubs. Obviously, it is very not surprising that he is, because all the English teams want to get him back in England playing for one of their clubs, because Jude Bellingham is a unbelievable star, a unbelievable key piece, and he is going to be one of the biggest players in England team to come for the next couple of years. And you can just see it happening and seeing how good he is playing for Dortmund. And he needs more game time in the England setup, because I think if he does, he's going to keep looking phenomenal and show it more so on the world stage. But guys, before we jump straight into things, we are back with my series Terrific Teenagers. I did 2 episodes a couple months back on Nuno Mendes and also Harvey Elliott, but we're going to jump back into things. I'm going to try and put out 1 to 2 episodes a week of Terrific Teenagers, talking about the best teenagers around the world, giving you my analysis and detailed and analytics on the players and letting you know what I think about their futures and their careers to come. And we're going to dive deep into all these players and what I think about them. Let me know what you guys think about the series, and if you guys enjoy it, and if you guys like a different aspect and different detailed look on all of these youngsters coming up in the world of football, giving a different kind of look and view on these young talented players coming up through the ranks. But guys, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Drop a like and a sub. I really appreciate it. Trying to hit 400 by New Year, it would mean the world to me and be an amazing New Year's gift. But guys, we're going to jump straight into things. Like I said, Jude Bellingham sitting on a 70 million euro evaluation, and that is at the age of 18 in all U19 players around the world, only sitting behind Pedri, behind by 10 million euros, and he's up on Florian Wirtz, also another 18-year-old attacking midfielder, by 5 million. But Jude Bellingham is phenomenal. As a central midfielder, he has got some of the stuff that you would have never imagined. Coming straight from Birmingham, he has been unbelievable for Borussia Dortmund. And if you're looking how good he has really been, of course, at Birmingham, you could say he was a phenomenal player at the age of 16 in the Championship. Of course, he was very, very good. Having the physicality to play in a league like the Championship at the age of 16 is top class, because the Championship is one of the hardest leagues in the world. And I know a lot of people might downplay that, but it by far is one of the most physically demanding leagues in the world. And you are playing so many games week in, week out. And for Jude Bellingham at the age of 16 to have 41 matches played and 32 starts, playing 2,600 minutes is unbelievable at the age of 16. Being that physically adept, being that having that much stamina to keep going at the age of 16 is phenomenal. Also bagging 4 goals and 2 assists. He was very good at his time at Birmingham, of course. And then he got that big move to Dortmund, and it was always going to be a weird transition coming from Birmingham, going straight to Dortmund. And he coped very well, playing 29 matches, having 19 starts, 1,697 minutes, bagging a goal and 3 assists. That was at the age of 17 for Borussia Dortmund. And now, this year, under a new Dortmund-looking side, that Dortmund do not look great this year, it can be said the least, can't be said enough, and especially against Bayern, didn't look too good. Dortmund have been relying on their stars, Erling Haaland, Marco Reus, and Jude Bellingham. And for Jude Bellingham to have a club like Borussia Dortmund, a household name in Germany, one of the biggest clubs in Germany, obviously number 2 behind Bayern Munich, you would not expect a club like Borussia Dortmund to be relying on an 18-year-old English midfielder to help them be carried through matches, and to rely on a guy like Jude Bellingham to help them win football matches and play quality football. Jude Bellingham is the only reason why they only lost 3-2 to Bayern Munich. And I don't blame him for his comments in that press conference. Of course, he was frustrated. He's an 18-year-old kid. He's going to say some things that aren't proper to say in a press conference. Of course, I'm 19. Jude Bellingham's a year younger than me, which is freaking crazy to look at. But at the age of 18, Jude Bellingham this year has 13 matches played, 13 starts. That shows you how reliant that Dortmund side is on Jude Bellingham. At the age of 18, to play all 13 matches and to start all 13, him and Erling Haaland are so dependent on if they win or lose for me if on Dortmund. And having 2 goals, 5 assists, and showing up in big games, like I said, having 2 assists against Bayern Munich, and he always shows up in the big matches. And I'm a guy who loves to look at the stats and loves to dive deep into the analytics. Even XG 2.3 and expected assists 1.9, even though he has 5, is incredible. Also in the Champions League, scoring a goal and 3 assists in a group where they got knocked out to Europa League is fantastic for a young kid like himself. But diving into the analytics on FBref is the stats that I like to look at. And for a young midfielder who isn't really defensive, he is 96th percentile in all midfielders in the world. This is comparing him to every other midfielder out there in every league, in every nation out there. And he is in the 96th percentile with 2.37 blocks per game, which is phenomenal. He's always constantly pressing, puts him in the 87th percentile, 22.45 pressures, and progressive passes. So it means you move the ball up forward, you're not passing it backwards. 93rd percentile, 4.8 per match or per 90. He's getting crazy amount of touches on the ball in the 97th percentile, 3 touches at in the attacking penalty area. And he is unbelievable at just dribbling the ball, going forward, keeping his head up, playing those positive passes, making it great for the attackers to run onto. He is a phenomenal footballer, Jude Bellingham, and it cannot be denied. And you have to praise Jude Bellingham. At the age of 18, for me, he's got to be in the England 11. He's got to be starting. And if you're not able to watch him and you're so used to watching the Premier League, he can be compared to the likes of Conor Gallagher. And Conor Gallagher is phenomenal at dribbling. He's a tenacious midfielder. He'll win you the ball back. He'll pressure. He'll carry the ball forward. He'll score you goals, get you assists. That is exactly what Jude Bellingham is. But Jude Bellingham is a year younger than me, and he's only 18. It is phenomenal that Jude Bellingham is so good at his age. And he's got so much more to go and so much more to come, and it's going to be amazing to see. And it is just crazy to think that the only guy ahead of him is Pedri, who's a year younger than him. And for me, I think Jude Bellingham has a higher ceiling just because of the way he's managing himself so far, the way Dortmund has managed him. Pedri was ran to the ground from Barcelona last year. I'll talk about that in a different terrific teenagers episode. But Jude Bellingham has managed himself perfectly this year with Borussia Dortmund, not playing him a crazy amount when he's not needed to. He hasn't played a crazy amount internationally. And Pedri's gone. I think he played something like I won't say the name of the amount of the games because I don't know the exact number. But it was a crazy high stat for the games he played last year. And for a 19-year-old in Pedri, you should never be playing that many games. You're going to run your legs down. You're going to get exhausted. And a young boy like that, you just can't keep up. You got to condition yourself perfectly. And that is what Jude Bellingham's doing. And I think he just has a higher ceiling for me. Going to play at the top level in England like crazy. Yes, you could say Pedri's playing for Barcelona at the top level. For me, Barcelona isn't top level right now. I know it's something that's odd to say, and it also is that Pedri is running himself to the ground, and I think Jude Bellingham's going to manage his career a lot better than Pedri is, just by the way Jude Bellingham has taken those steps forward to move from Birmingham to Dortmund and then probably back to England, one of the biggest clubs. But for me, Jude Bellingham has an amazing ceiling ahead of him. I think he has brilliant potential, and it's going to be fun to see where he takes his career and who he does move to in England, probably next summer, which we will definitely be keeping tabs on his transfer rumors. Guys, let me know what you think about Terrific Teenagers, my series down below, highlighting all of the best teenagers around the world and the teenagers that I think you guys got to keep an eye out for. It's a fun little series. I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to have 1 to 2 episodes per week. Let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comments, and drop a like and a sub. It means the world to me, and it really helps out the channel a lot and makes my dreams come true. Guys, I'll see you guys for the next one, and can't wait to see you. Peace.